Your spouse cheated on you. That hurts deeply. The faithfulness you believed in has been terribly violated. The trust you relied on is decimated. You feel a profound sense of loss. What you had, you no longer have. And you wonder if you can ever have it again. In your pain and anger, you may have thought about the pain you can cause your spouse and the misery you could create for the affair partner. That's understandable, but don't do it. As much as you may want vengeance, if that becomes your focus, you mess up your future. If you want to be happy again, to have a fulfilling future, you need to find how to forgive the person or people who've hurt you. It's not just a good idea. It's essential. It's the only way to cleanse the pain from your heart and mind. You start your healing by forgiving even if your spouse and the affair partner don't deserve it. Forgiving doesn't set them free. It frees you from being miserably chained to what they did. Forgiving heals you even if your spouse is still having the affair, even if your mate says they don't love you and plan to marry the other person. Forgiving doesn't mean that those who hurt you won't face consequences. They will. And forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean that you need to restore your marriage. But if you wish to repair your marriage, that can be done, even if you think that's impossible. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe Beam with Marriage Helper. We offer videos on YouTube to help you and your relationships. Subscribe below to have access to them all. Hit that bell below and you'll always know when new ones come online. Now, in this short video, I teach you 3 things that you can do to forgive and take control of your emotions and your life. These 3 principles work. I know, because of our success with thousands of people who've been right where you are. We help them heal their hearts. And for those that wanted, we also help them heal their broken marriages. We can do that for you. Help you heal your heart and, if you want, heal the broken relationship. Now, all 3 principles are crucial, so if you're ready to quit hurting and want to begin the path to happiness, stay with me throughout this short video. Now, the first step is to stop running through your head your imaginary movies of what happened. If you're like most people, you vacillate between wishing that the cheating never happened and mentally picturing what your mate did with the other person, thinking about where they went, what experiences they shared, and the things they did that make you sick to think about. Well, while forgiveness is not an emotion, I'll explain that in a moment, it's tough to forgive when your emotions take control. Therefore, start taming your emotions by no longer allowing yourself to live in the fantasy that the affair didn't happen or the torturous fantasy of what you picture as having happened. Neither helps you in any way. Accept that it happened. That's reality. If you're going to get through this with your mental and emotional sanity intact, you have to face reality. But absolutely refuse to allow yourself to play those terrible mental videos of what happened. When you start thinking like that, make yourself busy with something that takes concentration. If you start picturing those things, tell yourself out loud, stop it. I'll no longer torture myself. Now, if you need help doing this, check out the free PDF from Harvard Medical School about stress management and pay close attention to the section on mindfulness. I'll give you a link to it at the end of this video. But don't just read that booklet. Download it and do what it says. Again, focus on the section near the end about mindfulness. Now, the second step is to stop playing the blame game, especially if you've been thinking that your spouse's affair was caused by something that you did or didn't do. I'm sure you're not perfect because nobody is. However, if you blame yourself for decisions your mate made, you're taking way too much culpability and diminishing your spouse's accountability. Are there things that you should have done better? Done differently? Not done at all? I'm sure there are. And there will come a time when to heal further, you'll need to process that. If you want to save your marriage, The two of you will have to work through those things together, but not now. Not when you're considering or actually trying to forgive the cheating. There is a time to examine any role you played, but if you focus on that now, you'll detour the process of finding healing within yourself and healing for your marriage if you want that. Blaming your spouse's cheating on yourself sets your spouse free from feeling responsible for their own actions. Blaming the infidelity all on your spouse will also very likely intensify your anger and deepen your hurt. Blaming it all or mostly on the other person in the affair will keep you from dealing with the problems that existed in your relationship before the affair. Therefore, as part of accepting reality, acknowledge that the causes of the affair are probably complex, but they're not important to dig into right now. The vital thing now is for you to begin to heal emotionally. If you don't, you won't deal with your pain, which means you won't deal realistically with understanding the causes of the affair, how to repair your relationship, or anything else. Playing the blame game leads you to more misery, not the healing that you deserve. Now, the third step is to choose to forgive. That's right. Forgiveness is not an emotion. It isn't something that you wait until you feel that you're ready to do. It's a decision. And the research literature is referred to as decision-based forgiveness. You choose to forgive by doing two things, whether you feel you're ready to do them or not. Now, the first is choosing to see that the person who hurt you is a flawed human rather than some evil, hateful, self-centered devil. Why? Because if you perceive them as being horrible, you can justify anything you do to them. Ruin their reputations, mistreat them, turn others against them. But if you do those type things, you lose. You become a person you don't want to be. Choosing to see them as flawed allows you to reframe how you think about them. Rather than the monsters of your nightmares, they're people who did a bad thing. A person, a human being, just like all the rest of us. Flawed, and sometimes very selfish, but still a human who messed up. You see, it's hard to forgive a monster, but we can forgive people who are flawed. Now, the second choice is to decide not to take vengeance. Punishing the other person changes you in ways that you'll regret. You've been hurt. You know what it does to a person. Do you really want to be the person that causes hurt? If you're thinking, yeah, I want them to hurt like I hurt, I understand. Yet the problem with payback is that it does not give you what you want. It doesn't work because you can never be sure that they hurt as badly as you hurt. Besides, if you focus on punishing those that hurt you, you've tied yourself to your hurt rather than freeing yourself from it. You won't heal. You'll stay in this angry, unhappy state for a long time. You deserve better, and they aren't worth that. Free yourself by choosing to forgive. Now, if you want to repair and restore your marriage, there are more steps than these, of course. And we're happy to help, even if you think that there's no way your marriage can be saved. Even if your spouse is still in the affair and is adamant that they're in love with the affair partner. We have several resources to help, no matter what your marital situation is. We also have an amazingly high success record in helping people overcome affairs and save their marriages, even if the affair is still going on when we start our helping. If you want to know how we can help, call us at 866-903-0990. That'll put you in touch with one of our client representatives who can explain everything we do. Now, it's not a hotline. It doesn't lead you to a counselor, but it leads you to a person who cares, who will listen and help you find the right resource for your situation, no matter what it is right now. Or check out our website at www.marriagehelper.com. Subscribe below to have access to our many videos that give insight into relationships. You'll find greater understanding and how to have hope when your marriage is in trouble by watching our videos that talk about limerence, affairs, healing marriages, and more. And if this video was of value to you, please click like below, and then please tell us what you think or ask your questions in the comment section. Oh, the link to the Harvard Medical School document about handling stress, the one that I recommend that you especially read the section about mindfulness, is bit.ly/Harvard Stress. You see it on your screen, and it must be typed in with those same capital and small letters. Above all, please know that we want to help. We care. Contact us today.